Hello everybody, my name is Bloodbath169, and welcome to Farming Simulator 22. Now I played a lot. When I was working as a counselor, I spent a lot of time playing Farming Simulator 20, or no, excuse me, that was Farming Simulator 17, I believe. So, we're going to ignore those two. Yeah. Clear this one. And I've played quite a bit of this one also. And I decided that, you know what? I would kind of like to have a kind of a long form one. So let's see. Start from scratch now. New farmer, you already own some land and equipment. Economy's profitable. Gameplay elements are on an easy setting. Let's see. Farm manager, standard setting for getting started. Don't own any land but have some substantial funds ready for spending. The economy is stable. Grain prices are decent and gameplay elements are on the standard settings. Start from scratch, hard. The economy's tough, prices are low, and you've already taken out hefty credit with the bank. Gameplay elements are on the most realistic setting. We'll do medium, just for the sake of it. Let's see, we got 3 maps. We have Elm Creek, we've got Hot Baileron, and Erlingrat. The one I was doing was on Elm Creek. It's a beautiful little town. That's up in the mountains. I guess we'll do, Catch a target by itself, $3 pay. $50 every day, minimum says you are not it. Erlingrat it is. Like I said, I've played quite a bit of Farming Simulator, so I know the rough basics, and although it's a little bit on the deceptive side to see the my private playthrough, simply because a lot of that time is just me faffing around. I mean, I treat Farming Simulator like any strategy game. You want to have, how would I put it? You want to have a basis, a foundation to build on. And a big part of that is when you're setting up, you want to make sure, like, to spread out your efforts. So it is easier to target those crops and activities that you know make the most money. And you want to cut costs wherever you can. So, for instance, and make money wherever you can. So, a lot of the time it's going to be more economical, for instance, to have the AI work on a field than do it yourself. Why? Because if you have the AI doing it, then I can go off and do something else. I believe it's been over a year since I've played this. I'm going to be rusty as all get out. I believe it's been close to a year. And I would set them to do something, then multitask and go do something else. But, like I said, also that was on Elm Creek. And this is Erlingrat. So, I believe that sounds German and maybe Austrian. So, we'll see where we're at. With that being said, but you want, like I said, you want to set up financially as much as you can. Let's see. Oh, boy. Well, there's a problem here. Not female. It's close-ish. Nope, definitely not. I guess that's about as close as I'm going to get on that. Select this guy. Confirm that. Oh, okay, well that's cool. I guess I'm just a generic dude now. Alright. So, let's, first of all, look around, it's August. Okay, I gotta refamiliarize myself with what I'm doing here. First things first, that's fine. Set time scale to halftime. Okay, so now I want to take a sec and actually look at our map, see what we actually have to work with here. Okay, so how many fields do we have total? Well, there ain't beans worth of fields, that I can tell you. Yeah, there ain't much in the way of fields. Okay, so looks like we got a total of 25 fields. Okay. Excuse me. So, we have what crop types? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total. Let's pull up the menu here. Agriculture, forestry, that's fine. Crops, that's helpful. That's not what I'm actually looking for, though. Arable farming, there's 16 types of crops. Okay. Okay. So we have 25, excuse me, we have 25 fields total that we'll be able to work and to acquire. Most of them are in irregular shape. That might prove to be a problem eventually. We'll just have to play that one by ear. The first and most profit-making crop you can get is actually grass, believe it or not. Because you can do a lot more with it. Although it does look like I've got plenty, if I want to put in custom fields, it looks like I've got plenty of space to do that in. So that's something to keep in mind. Even if I totaled those up, though, they're so irregular in shape, I'd have to do 99% of that myself. So it probably would not be worth it. I mean, where am I at? I'm right here next to it, so if I turn around and look... Oh, okay, that makes more sense. It's because we're in the mountains, so... Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense. I'm looking at mountains. Okay, I believe. I could be wrong. So, 25, we've got how many crops? Like actual crops. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Grass, if I remember, has 3 varieties, so that's 17, 18. 19 if I plant actual trees, if I can still do that. That was a feature in 17. All right, so 17? Yeah, 17 is the one I had on my way back when. And some of these are ones I've not seen. Sugar cane we never had. Cotton we never had. Sorghum, grapes, olives. Yeah, we didn't have those. I don't think we had oats either. It's a lot more bare bones then. But with that being said, let's start off, see what equipment we have to begin with. We got jump, we got crouch. I've got 1.5 million in the bank. I own nothing. Okay. That's sprint, good deal. What's the help menu here? Okay, grass. Grass is cut with a mower, usually attached to a tractor. Feed it directly to animals, sell it at the selling station, or let it ferment into silage by putting it into a clamp silo or wrapping it into a silage bale. After the grass is cut, use a tedder to turn the cut grass around so it can dry properly into hay. Hay looks slightly brighter and less saturated than cut grass. Hay can be used to feed your animal directly or as part of a total mixed ration for cattle. If you don't own any animals, you can sell your hay at a selling station. Now, TMR, that I know, I actually don't know that from Farming Simulator. I actually know that from my uncle. He's a dairy farmer. To make grass, hay, or straw collecting easier, recommended to arrange it into rows using a windrower. collected with a forage wagon or made into grass bales using a baler. When using bond silage in your forage wagon while collecting grass or in your harvester when cutting, the yield is increased by 5%. They can be pressed into bales or arrange the spots first with woodrow for easy pickup. Once pressed into square or round bales, collect them with the bale loading equipment and transport them to the farm or a selling station. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, based on the map, we're basically just going to start going down the line. So we're going to buy equipment for grass, I believe. And we're going to start at field number 1. Oh, okay. So I actually have more fields. 44. What the deuce? So we have fields that haven't been actually made into fields. Or they might be... Oh, this is a different thing. Okay. Give me the map overview. Okay. So we have... Where's number 1? This is all land I can use, presumably. Map overview. Farmland. Okay, so yeah, this is... If I select... Okay, so that's plots I can buy. These are all just plots. Okay, cool. So, where is 1? I'm seeing up to 42, but I don't see plot number 1 at all. Or am I just stupid? Possibly just blind. I see 4, 2, 13. Where's 1 right there? So, let's, that's valued at 166,000. Not much of a field on it. But we are harvesting grass first. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's buy us a... We'll look here. We're doing grass, so let's look at mowers first. What the deuce? Is this what I think it is? I can just straight up go walk out and harvest it like this? If that's the case, that is interesting, to say the least. 18 horsepower, automatic, holds 15 liters of fuel. Wow. Let me check my settings real quick. I live in the U.S., so something's a little bit off here. Acres, miles, dollar. Yeah, okay. Measuring unit is in miles, okay. Okay, so it is actually showing meters correctly. I guess it's only 2 meters wide. Can't believe that's a self-propelled mower, though. Might not be. It might not be. Okay, so I've got some buggies and cars. That's fine. Forklifts, miscellaneous. What's the miscellaneous? Snowplow? Tips them into trailers. Okay. Leveler. Oh, it's a leveler. Okay. Okay. Bum. Those are vehicles. Dang it. Vehicles. Attachments. Okay. Here we go. Pum. Mowers. So the basic mower, just like the front mower, I think that the front mower is $12,000 to mount on a tractor. What's our best one here? Holy crap, 149,500. Nobody. Okay. Okay, before we make any decisions here, no, I need to look at mowers. Mowers are what I'm looking at first. Okay, so the minimum, if I look at this guy, okay, this is an offset mower, so it offsets next to the tractor. Okay. And this is 2.4 meters, and it is attached, it looks like it attaches either to the front or back, assuming I have a front attachment. Cool. Then this one, is this a pair? No. These are a pair, right? Yeah, this is a pair. So this goes on the front, these go on the back, and that's a triplicate mower. This is a rear mounted mower, and it's an offset mower. So I could spend 25 plus 9, that'd make 34,500, and get a pretty decent mower out of it. That is a unified wide mower, 7 meters. It's 180 horsepower required to build to drive that. This combined, this needs 120, 100, so I need 180 there either way. Or I can do this, that only requires 40, 85, 80. Okay, let's look at baling equipment real quick, if I can find it here. Baling, grassland care? No. Balers. Okay, that's a 50. And it produces the 120 centimeter square bale. Next one's 125 round. That one has variety to it. Either way, it's 100 for that. What is that combined with? How many does that actually hold? Holds 14 bales. Okay. So, looks like we're going to be doing some basic stuff here. Let's look at prices for our goods real quick. Oh, we have a crop calendar now. Okay. Grass can be planted up till November, harvested anytime. Okay. We got snow in the forecast. Okay. Prices. I want prices. Where's my prices? That's the map. Crop calendar. Prices. There we are. Okay. Let's look at price. Whoa. Okay, so we got varieties here. Presently $73 for, and rising currently for grass. Silage is, oh wow, $279. So there's a $200 increase. What about hay? $91. So we'll make our money on silage. Okay. So we need to look at balers. Fine. Do we have, it said that we'd have to wrap our bales. So we need balers. Bale wrapping into here. Bale wrapper. Those are round bales. Round. Is that a baler wrapper combination. Is that what I'm looking at? Yes, that is a baler wrapper combination. Okay. Oh man. What the deuce? Bio balers are used to press poplar into bales. That's cool. Huh. That's cool. Are there just wrappers anywhere? Bale wrapper, okay. Inline wrappers are used to wrap multiple bales together in one tube. Okay. So the bales are fine, but the smallest bale wrapper, they only do round. This one is an inline, but it cannot handle. Okay, so we would want this one can handle square, but none of them can handle the cheapest baler. None of them can handle this one, which is 120 centimeters, but they can handle the 125. Okay. So we got 125. This means we need a bale wrapper. We can get the cheapest one for that. That's fine. Bale loaders. We have the forks. Those are not very efficient. Those only handle the tiny little ones. And we got options as far as that goes. That handles the squares. That handles squares also. That needs 130 horsepower to run. Holds 24 round bales. Cool. Okay, so what was that again? We need 130 horsepower. So now we have our basic horsepower needs. I don't know if a small tractor is going to cut it. 140. We have electric. Screw electric. Those are all. Oh no, they're not all electric. Okay. Whew. But none of them actually have, even the John Deere's don't actually. It's right on the line. Right on the line. This can also attach a front loader and it's got front PTO. Let's go ahead and buy a medium tractor. And with the max that I saw was 180 horsepower. I'm a nut job, so I will only typically buy a John Deere because I love John Deere. That does not have front PTO. I want that front PTO. Right. Okay, that has 280, so that's going to provide all the horsepower I actually need. Or no, excuse me, up to 300 if I customize, and I can do front loader on this also. Okay, so if I invest, I might as well invest big, which means I'll need I have one tractor. I might have to do all the work myself to start out, but that's fine. As far as the videos go, anytime I'm doing a field, I will probably set it up almost like a time lapse. But these videos will be, again, long form, so I'll be recording this in like 3-hour blocks, and then we'll see what kind of progress we can make in 3 hours. So let's go ahead. We could actually lease that. How much would it cost to lease this? If I go ham on, there's an extra 10,000. Wheel brand. Let's do Michelin because I'm American. Rear twin wheels give me more stability. Wide tires plus weights. Wide tires are worthless. Rear twin wheels probably. Front loader. John Deere front loader attachment, so I can actually attach one. So total is now up to 250. That's a heck of an investment, but I do like that. It's actually pretty similar to what my dad has. So that is 300 horsepower. And let's do it. Let's buy it. Yep. Cool. First thing we're going to want to do is let's go ahead. All right, where are we at? I need to see the map. Saving content, that's great. Autosave. Okay. Well, I was going to say, what the heck's going on here? Okay, map. Farmland. Where are we at exactly? We are. Map overview. I'm at the store, so I'm right here. So let's make our way over to patch number 1 here, which, why am I not able to, okay. So right in the corner, we're going to take a left, or we're going to take a right to this roundabout, then another right to go south, and then follow that clear out to the left till we see the switchbacks. Alright. Let's select camera. Yep, let's get inside our tractor here. Don't mind me going over the curb. Don't mind me running over signs. Set, dude. To the left. Roundabouts. Ah, dang it. No. I don't drive like this in real life. I'm just a little twitchy. I'm just a little twitchy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't really fit in the lane very well. So let's watch out for traffic. But let's, we're coming up on our turn already. Oh, because we'd max out. This maxes out at 33 miles an hour. Okay, cool. And they just turned out of where we need to turn into. So let's come up here. Narrow freaking road. Might make it a little bit of a nightmare to get out and in. Also, before I go drop $100,000 on a property or a piece of property, I want to make sure it's what I want. I mean, I might even have to take the lumber off it first before it's actually worth buying, you know. I don't know how heavily forested it is. I guess we're just going to have to see. Of course, I'm going to be driving back up this way anyway, because if I'm buying it, then I'll have to get, it's already, shouldn't have to plant the grass. Well, I'll have to actually plant grass if I want an AI to be able to do it. Which, with that in mind, maybe instead of buying this property, maybe I ought to think about buying, just buying field number 1. Let's stop real quick here. I'm in the middle of the bridge. But let me see, how much would field number 1 cost me? Just out of curiosity. 193,000 versus 166. So the price difference is not that big. It's not that much of a price difference. Oh, you are so funny. You are just freaking hilarious. Okay. Alright. Guess I had that coming by opening up my menu. Alright. Let's keep heading up here. Looks like we're getting pretty close. I think we're here actually. So we got some we'd have to do some lumbering. Right off the bat I can see that we'd have to do some lumbering to make this area really worth it. Do some leveling on the ground too. Okay, so let's move back over here. We are in the middle of number 1. Okay. So I'm thinking a little bit too hard on this one, so we actually have up to here. It'd be really helpful if I could put if I could put waypoints down, it'd be very helpful, but I can't. So we've got lumber stands going all the way up to the road and all the way down to here. On the other hand, that's a lot of grass. And I'm sure I could probably make decent money just with the getting rid of the lumber. I could probably make a decent start as far as money goes. Okay, so half of that. Let's pull up our menu here. Forestry equipment. We already have a tractor, so that's fine. Forestry. Okay. So what do we got? We have this guy, which is right at the edge of what we can actually handle. Attaches to a trailer. It's just the trailer and the claw. Okay. This guy is basically the same thing with a much more complicated claw. Still hauled behind a tractor, and this one requires... Where did I get the 300 horsepower requirement? That's a semi-tractor trailer. Okay, what is this? Mulchers. I will need that. I will need a mulcher to remove the bushes for planting. Okay. There's bigger mulchers. What the heck is that? Oh, that's just a stump grinder. Sapling planter. Trunks into wood chips. 190,000. Okay, so I will want to buy one with a crane. That way I can grab logs. Let's check prices real quick. Okay, there it is. That's crop calendar. I need prices. Okay, wood chips are selling for $371 a liter. What about actual lumber? Might be worth more to. Planks are selling for $2,000. Wow. Furniture. Huh. No selling point available for stones. Good to know. Because, yeah, you have to pick rocks out of the fields. Okay, so I don't actually see a... Oh, wood, right there. Wood chips are $371 a liter. Wood is selling at the sawmill for $1,700. Prices otherwise are dropping at $1,800. Sawmill. Do we have? I see that we have other products, so I'm guessing we have advanced production facilities now. I think. Sawmill. Filters. Growth, soil, hotspots. Productions are marked as a factory. Okay, so what's the conveyor line looking thing? Those are tip stations. Oh, okay, we got more hotspots. Okay. No, we don't. Tools, animals, contracts, others. Nope. Okay. Productions. Okay. That makes more sense. That's the mill. What about here? Whatever the heck that says. Chocolatier. Okay. Might be Swiss. We might be in Switzerland. There's the sawmill. Okay. So let's visit the sawmill real quick. Information, maybe? Sell wood. Okay, there's a trailer tip point. There's a dump point. There's some beer, too. There's a dump point for wood chips. What's this? Tree types. There are 12 types of trees in total in the game, separated in 2 categories, deciduous and conifer. Conifers are spruce pine, stone pine, and cypress. Deciduous, birch, oak, willow, maple, pagoda, dogwood, shagbark, hickory, American elm, downy, serviceberry. Trees are either harvested with a chainsaw or with a wood harvester machine. Deciduous trees are all cut by hand with a chainsaw. Cypress and stone pine, both are conifers, are cut with a chainsaw too. Spruce and pine conifers are cut with a harvester. The thickness and length of the trunk as well as the amount of branches depends on the type of tree. This has a direct influence on the sales value and the type of processing possible. Trees with a lot of branches gain less yield unless you cut off the branches. You can use the branches to produce wood chips if you want to. Okay. Conifers for timber production, deciduous trees for wood chip production. Okay, so that says first thing, let's take a look around at I'm seeing a lot of conifers. I'm seeing mostly conifers. I see some like this one. This is pine. This is spruce, I take it. Yep, that's a spruce tree. What about you? That is a pine tree. Okay, so I'm seeing mostly conifers in this area, so that says we're probably going to be set up for yeah, this is going to be set up first and foremost. I gotta do lumbering first. So and I'm set up for, looks like for actual lumbering, not wood chip production. But I probably will want a small wood chipper. Bum, 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 bum. Those are all fine, but I don't want to spend anything like that. I need a wood chipper. Huh. That's a full thing, right? Yeah, that's a full caboodle for grabbing branches and putting them in wholesale. Is there not a smaller wood chipper, like, at all? Oops, dang it. Forestry equipment. I can't believe that's the smallest wood chipper. You know what I mean? That's the smallest. I can run it, but I'll still need that. With that, I'd be able to load this guy. But those are both trailers, so I can only load one at a time. Okay, I gotta think about how I want to do this. I've spent 42 minutes just faffing around. Okay, objects, packs. Wood. Okay, those, we have the SR. Okay. That, and chainsaw. Husqvarna is a really nice chainsaw, but I will buy a steel. Okay. So this, I'll need that. Oh, is that all? And I'll need that. I will need that. Okay, so that means I actually need... Well, okay, let's start off small. Let's start off simple, shall we? We'll buy this guy and this guy. Actually, we can probably just go ahead and lease it. Would probably be cheaper to do it that way. Yes, it'll be cheaper to just lease it. Okay, so let's lease that. And we'll lease this guy. I've got front PTO, so I can use that. Should be able to, yeah, I can use that on the front. Yeah, that's a front. Yeah. So we'll lease this. That's fine. Okay, now the last thing we need to buy. Oops, wrong thing again. I'm gonna get used to it eventually, but I'm gotta get reused to the controls. Okay. Steel. They're all the same price, so we'll get us a steel chainsaw. Alright. So next I think I need to, not that, I need to reset the tractor, and the tractor should then reset back to the shop. I can pick up my equipment. We can start with our forestry, such as it is. Okay, so my tractor, can I not select that? Oh, okay, right here. Create job. No, I want to... That's active workers, though. Set destination. Go to... How do I just reset the flipping thing? Is it here? That's not it. There used to be a function where I could just select it and then reset the thing back to the shop. I don't know if that's still a thing. There it is. Okay, yes, I can reset it. Yes. Cool. Now let's... Oh, that's cool. I'm going to go stand on it. Okay. First things first, let's grab us our... Shift our focus too. Alright, let's turn around and back up to our thing here. Now the big thing to remember when you're backing up, if you guys have never backed up anything, trailer-wise, remember that backing up, everything is opposite. And you also got to allow a lot of extra room when you're hauling a trailer. And every trailer turns slightly different. You don't really want to jackknife the trailer if you can help it. I think nope, I came out that in the right direction. Pick this guy up, and we're fully attached. Cool beans. Alright, let's head up to the thing if we can avoid running her over. Hopefully she got out of the way. Alright, let's head back up to our land, which we will actually go ahead and buy once we get up there. And set about harvesting us or clearing us our first real field, which currently looks like it's set up for grass, which is ideal, but we will want it in an actual field that's been plowed and everything else, because simply put, if we have it set up as a field, I can then set AI to work on it for all the good it will do. I don't know if I don't know if the AI in the AI in FS17 was, shall we say, singular. I could set, like, I think it was 3 AI helpers, and I'm seeing functionality like I can set destinations, so apparently I can load up and have the AI drive the tractor where I need it to go, which would be cool, but we'll see how well that actually works. It may not. The AI workers in FS are rather notoriously... Ooh, I'm slowing way down. How do I set my cruise? In drive, it's fine. How do I set my cruise? Lower the mulcher, turn it on. Tension belts, which are we have another great name for that. In the States, we call that a ratchet strap where I'm from. B is cruise control. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and jump off the road here if we can do it without flipping this. And just go the long way around, shall we? I mean, look at all this grass. This is going to be so flippin' profitable. And we might even make a healthy profit just from the forestry itself. And while I hate to destroy the trees and I don't really like clearing the land, I don't really want to do all the field work manually. So there's that. Let's go ahead and open this up. Go to farmland. We want to go ahead, if it'll let me, we want to go ahead and buy this stretch right here. Buy that. Yes. Alright, we're committed to it now, folks. Okay, so we are next to our first stand, it looks like. So, switch hand tool. Oh, no. Get out of that. Nope. Okay, no. X is out. Okay. Switch hand tool. Dang it, I just did it again. Ah, there it is. Okay. So then, activate. Presumably, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, I got to be able to turn it sideways, or that chainsaw is not going to be very useful. Alright, let's start at the bottom here and see what trees we can actually affect. Let's turn our chainsaw on its side. Not allowed to cut this tree. Okay. How about you? No. You? No. You? No. You? Why am I not allowed to cut these trees if they're on my property? Ah, okay, this one I can cut. Okay. So, we want to cut this as close to the ground as we can possibly get. So, let's get close. And first cut of the series, my guys and gals. Down she goes. Whoa, I'm stumped. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does one hand clap. Okay. So we've got our first tree down. How do we go about processing this guy? Rotate up. This is a spruce. Only weighs 4 tons, just under 4 tons. Presumably I can clear the branches. Of course, I'm just walking through the branch. You know, it would be really cool. I've dropped trees before, and it would be really cool if you could actually do that, but you cannot do that, obviously. Oh, okay. Okay, I can just visit and it'll clear branches. Cool beans. This is going to be slow and painful for a while just because I got to do it all manually for the time being. With that being said, there is something very satisfying about doing forestry either in a game or in real life. It can be very satisfying. I always enjoy working with wood of any kind. Alright, so there's our first tree, more or less ready for harvesting. I have a feeling I may want to cut that into pieces. We'll get back to that. Let's cut down our next one. Rotate. This one we are allowed to cut also. Cool. And next one down. Timber. Alright, apart from the fact that we're rolling downhill, that would have killed me, just for everybody's reference, that would have straight killed me. Okay, we'll let that one roll down. Let's get our next tree cut. A little lower if we can manage it. That'll work. Shazam. Cool. Is this one I can cut, I can cut that one. Cool beans. Okay. Right there. And we'll see how much we get for this first stand. We're already about a third of our way through the money we started with, so we want to start getting some money coming in. I don't think this is on my list of ones I can cut. Not allowed to cut it. Okay. Am I allowed to cut? Not allowed to cut that one. Not allowed to cut this one. I do see one right here. And I am allowed to cut this one. Very good. I wish it was that easy to just cut a tree down, but it is not that easy. It is with the right equipment, but this ain't the right equipment for this. You actually want to cut a notch and let gravity take it down more than you taking it down yourself. Very good. I can already hear it down with the folks who actually know me in real life. When they see these videos, or this set of videos, they'll be like, oh my god, it finally happened. He became a lumberjack in the game too. Yeah. Got the beard, I wear the flannels. Okay, I don't believe I own anything on that side of the road. Correct? No. Only thing I own up to the road, but nothing on the other side. Cool beans. Let's finish cutting down this stand, and then we will move on to trimming, and then we will make adjustments based on what we're actually needing. Down she goes. And a little one right here. Swell. Down. Billy? I guess I'll have to knock into that with the tractor or something to finish knocking it down. Alright, let's go ahead and trim branches, and then we'll get to seeing what all we actually need to do to get this tree prepped for use and transportation. And then I guess once we've got this fully cleared, we can bring in the mulcher and get rid of the stumps and bushes and such, and it'll be ready for harvest. Wow, okay. So that's the thing I'm doing. I can climb trees now, can I? If that's the case, that's new. It is kind of letting me climb it, though. I don't think it's supposed to, but it is letting me. That's something. Alright. Let's pause real quick and reset this. Alright. So, let's keep on keeping on and get this stuff cut out. I It'd be nice just to get the branches out of my face, because man, they interfere a lot with what I can see and can't see. Okay. Oh, that's the top of the other one I've already trimmed up. Okay, that makes some level of sense. I'm sure at least some of these I'm going to finish trimming up, and then I'm going to discover the rest of the issues. Or I'll find just one branch somewhere that I've missed, and it'll be a massive pain in the butt from then on. It sounds like a glitch. I really wish trimming branches actually went that fast, but it really does not. Plus, they don't just disappear in real life, of course. They actually have to be addressed. Okay, now I'm out in the field. Pretty sure... Okay, got that one. That one still needs trimmed up, but... Do I have any others? Oh yeah, we had a couple that rolled down the hill. Okay. It sounds so weird. It really does. It sounds so flippin' weird. Alright. Cool. There's that done. Got another trunk right here, so that's convenient. That's right, we almost hit the tractor with one of these. Forgot about that. Okay, there's you now. Sorry, kiddo. Didn't mean to step on you. That's why you probably shouldn't be under my feet, but, you know, you're a dog, so you do what you do. I'm not allowed to cut the tree. What are you talking about? It's on my land. It's on... I cut it. It's from my land. Oh, it's sitting on their land. Let me guess, you're going to tell me the same thing. Alrighty. I guess we'll grab it with the tractor and we'll pull it onto my land. Am I allowed to do that? Okay. So then... Alright. Let's actually switch that to third person. And we'll back the... Can I get out of the tractor and use that separately? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Start the engine. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. So, let's actually modify one of our settings here. Because we have to have the engine on, fixed visual mode? No. That's fine. Vehicle control, that's fine. And I'll actually have to turn that off. Okay. So now, I should get in, start the engine, and it should stay on so I can actually use my thing here. Alright. myself. How do I rotate my... Okay, cool. I can twist that. Should be able to. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I don't actually have to get out to a good control that. That's good to know. I just can't see as well. That's the problem. Okay, so how do I there's got to be a that's adjusting that. Ah, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I mean, like, there's got to be actual, grabber controls. Sheesh. Oh, it's not very useful. Whereas now I can't see where the actual log is. I guess let's see if we can't grab it here at the base. Bad it's my depth perception. Actually, all the good it's doing, I've got a hold of it. Okay. So now, dang it, wrong button. Dang it, wrong button. Yes, I'm not allowed to cut the tree, guys. Entirely expected at this stage. Get rid of some of these. So I can start seeing the branch, or the, yeah. Okay, so now the one portion of it is, okay. So, up the hill a little bit. Okay, now can I start trimming it? I can. Why do I feel like I'm trimming the wrong tree? Because I am. I'm a smart cookie, what can I say? That's the thing. Okay, I'm not allowed to cut there. Use this one. trying to sort of get it in a position and clarity that I can actually see. Alright. Are there any other branches or logs that I cut down that I've not cleared? Does not appear to be. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and move you. Nope. Okay. If I can. Oh, if is a big if. Actually. Okay, so let's first of all let's release that. Raise that up if you can. Man, that angle is screwing me up for fair. Actually raise it. Okay, now it is out of the way. I don't want my logs hanging out too far past. Anyway, zoom. Okay, there we go. That helps a little bit. And like I said, I knew I was going to miss something. I missed the very tip of that log. Alright, so what we want to do, bring up level with where the log's actually going to sit in the trailer. Right about there. So now I'm going to want to cut this so it'll actually fit better in the trailer. Which means I won't be able to get as long a sections out of it, but that's just the way it's going to go to start with. I'm sure some of you are sitting there going, no! But that's the way I'm doing it. Alright, so about like that. So we have about like here. Down to here. Hopefully I can hold more than one freaking log on the trailer. I'm not holding my breath, that's for sure. Okay, and I missed the tip. There's the tip. There's the tip. Nope, didn't get it all. There it goes. Okay. So now, let's grab us our arm. Rotate. Open. Too far in. Okay, that's open. I want closed. Awesome sauce. Look at that. Alright. So now I need to raise that far enough to get in. Rotate. Rotate. This is going to take some practice. Make no mistake about that. Other way. Sweet. Let's actually bring that up a little bit if we can. That's better. A little bit lower down the edge. Cool. No, don't rotate. Alright, about the same place. Who am I kidding? Alright, ratchet that in place for a minute. Yeah, that's a little bit easy now. Rotate. Hold those in place, back up, and do it again. Yeah, I didn't figure I was going to be able to hold that much, but I didn't figure I was going to be able to hold that little, to be honest. I might be able to get it in there pretty decent, at least. Thankfully, I got the tractor with the wide back, because otherwise this would be next to impossible. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to manage to fit about one tree per load. So I guess we'll just have to see what all we get for it. Hopefully it's worth the lot, worth the effort. Trailer. Alright. I'm not talking as much as I probably could, mostly because I'm actually concentrating on trying to get this system down. Because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of this to begin with. It's going to take me a while to get used to forestry. No matter how much people seem to think that I do this all the time, I really don't. Have done, don't do it a lot. But it is stacking up pretty nicely. The physics of as far as forestry goes have definitely improved since FS17. That was just a sorry state of affairs. I couldn't get it to do nothing. I'm sure this is going to wind up being buggy in its own different ways, but somehow I don't see me getting launched to the moon for grabbing a branch. Maybe. The day's still young. Nope, okay. secure those. Get the trailer a little bit further away. It's a little too close for comfort. All right. Grab and lift and move over and lift and rotate and lift and open. And preset ratchets. Alright. Okay, I'm letting this one just roll as far as the first tree goes, and I'll certainly add in some clips of the actual selling and all that, but rather than do all this as a time lapse to begin with, I'm probably going to just kind of do progress updates as we go. I think is going to be the best way to handle this, because this is intricate as this is, probably is not going to be that interesting to watch me do it. Although that is kind of what you're signing on by watching a farming simulator video, so if you expected something else, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'll just be honest with you, dude, you're watching Farming Simulator. I don't know how to tell you this, but on this simulator, we done firm. Okay. Nope, yeah, there is another chunk right there. Can I pick that up? Object is too heavy. It is right next to my tire. And it looks to be... yeah, that's the very tip of the tree. Okay. I was sitting there going, I know there's still another chunk, because I'm missing the whole top. There's the top, I see it. It's hard to see because the grass is tall, but it's there. It's going to be a pain in the butt to grab, I'm sure. There's still more branches I haven't gotten yet. Alright, so that's a thing. Let me just hop off here real quick. I'll just top that while I'm at it. Sheesh. Alright, well there's our first ratchet strap, or our first tree harvested. So now, let's go ahead I'm sure I could probably load on more. If I really cared to, I probably could. Is there any way to reset that? No. They're just pure chutzpah. Is there a way to reset my crane. Does not appear to. So what we'll do instead is we'll press it down on the load itself and help keep it stable. Alright, so now we need to go to the sawmill. It's a heck of a process just for one tree. But then again, that is how it goes. Forestry is a very involved practice. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Thank you. Okay, the lumber mill, I gotta follow the, what the heck? Oh, I'm still rolling. Stop. Thank you. Okay, so if I follow, if I actually bring this, not over the cliff, if I pull in at this curve around the bend here, follow that around, I can go back into town, and I believe that this one right here was the lumber mill. So as I come out here, I can actually hang a right, then a left again, and follow that all the way around, and that should lead me straight to the lumber mill. Let's do it. Yeah, there's the other half of that. They tend to be a little unstable as far as trailers go. Okay. Now we're on the flattened level, so we shouldn't, unless we do any radical maneuvering, we shouldn't have to worry too much about it tipping over. All the same, I'm gonna baby it like that. I'm gonna have to baby it on corners. Feather that brick. Part of the issue is that the hinge point is literally right behind me, and I don't turn very smoothly on this game just yet. Okay. I'm honestly curious how much we're gonna get. This is, I mean, I'm sure we get more money if the tree is fully intact, but at the same time, I don't doubt for a second we could get some use out of these pieces. And there's no real reason why we shouldn't be able to. I could make some beautiful stuff out of these logs. Not to knock down. As soon as I say that, then I knock over something. The joy of bailing, huh? There is a certain something about that, yes. Okay. So now if I jump out. Alright. How much do we get? Take a guess, guys. Down in the comment section below, leave me a comment on how much you think I'm going to get for this log. And you got to comment now before it comes in. So make sure you put the time you're putting your guess in. Let's see what we get. 6,000 for one, just under 6,000 for one tree. That ain't bad at all. I just made up everything I've already spent except for leasing the equipment. It just paid for itself. I'm a happy freaking camper. Alright. So, like I said, we're going to jump ahead and keep working away at this. We're gonna go ahead and process all the trees that we've already cut down, and go from there. So we'll jump ahead for your guys' perspective and see you once we have gotten all the trees in this patch at least cleared. Alright guys, so brief check-in. As you guys can probably see, I've learned how to overload. I probably should stop doing it though, because and I also learned how to stabilize, because I realized, hey, we do have anchoring feet, which is very handy. Although I am actually going to leave those slightly down, not quite touching, and the reason for that is it helps me roll over as we're in transit. But yeah, I've now figured out how to basically stack it, so I got 2 trees, and as a direct result, and even hold it down with the crane. And as a direct result, I believe we only have 1 log actually left to grab. But I'm doing a progress update mostly because I had a thought about what we can do here. This is not, believe it or not, we didn't cut down that many trees. Oh no, excuse me, I have 2 left, which is good. That means there's basically 1 more trip. But with that being said, we just cleared this little patch right here. The problem is we have all of that to clear. And that's not the most efficient use of our time. Now, that being said, if you look carefully at our funds, we've made a pretty substantial amount of money. If I pull up our tab here, there should be a thing for looking at our finances. Yes. Let's see here. Vehicle leasing costs were $4,000. So by default, right off the bat, we've already made up our, obviously we've already made up our money for the day. As far as sold wood, just a little bit that we've sold 27,000. Now we leased this first round because mostly I did not feel the need to buy the cheapest equipment. I'm happy to lease. It's good as new. I don't have to, if it by chance wears out for some reason, I can always just release it. I'm not sure how the maintenance on this version of Farming Simulator actually works. Now, with that being said, these larger logs, we do get a decent amount for the cut log like this, but I don't know if it's going to be more economical to do this or to upgrade equipment, and that would also give us a variety of different equipment. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm getting pretty decent with the crane. I'm getting a little bit alarmingly good with the crane, actually. And while the crane is fine, it certainly does not, it does lack in one thing, and that is reach. I have to pull up right next to the log or to the fallen trunk, and then I can pick up about 2 pieces at a time and then transport it that way. Now, I don't know if it might be possible we have a wide trailer or a 4 wide back end on our tractor. I don't know if it might be practical with some of these trees to just fell them, lots of branches, and then maybe put if it has a log claw or what have you on the front loader menu for this tractor. If it does, it might be worth seeing if we can just pick up the log. I highly doubt it, considering that some of these logs have weighed 10, I want to say this, one of them that we're holding right now weighed almost 10 tons. So I kind of doubt that we could actually get away with that, because we'd be way too back heavy. But if we could, then we could just get a semi. We saw the log carrier trailer, and more or less do just like they do in real life, where they straight up just strip the trunk and then load the entire log. That's the best form to do it in, truth be told, because you can always cut it to size once it's at the facility, but generally whole trees. The other option is that I could lease some of the heavy-duty tree stripping equipment, cutting and stripping equipment, and then the log trailer, and once... Why am I offset, by the way? Like, do you guys see that? I'm offset. Okay, no, it's not just in my head. I am offset. How obvious is that? Not a fan. I'm a fan of using those support legs as a anti-rollover, though. That I'm always going to be a fan of. Alright, let's see what we get for this batch. We have 2 more trees. I mean, look at this. Yeah. That's a big one. Alright, let's see what we get. All that brought in 8,300. And I think I would want to say that a log that's in larger pieces with larger, straighter pieces would be worth more, because as a woodworker, I've done woodworking. Longer and straighter the log, the more you can get out of it. Although that's an anachronism as well. I've seen people make beautiful products just out of a half-destroyed trunk. I mean, I've seen it happen. It can be done. I jumped the gun there and I turned too early. So let's make our way through town here, knocking over every other sign that I look at. But with that being said, we've made a very decent amount of money. So let's let it save real quick. Now I tried to open a menu, and even the wrong menu at that. Looks like we're up to 35,000 in profit. Well, let's count leasing costs, so 30,000 in profit so far. And we still got 2 more trees, or 2 more logs for this area. So let me pull up. We have trailer options and all of that under the forestry equipment. We've got this guy. That's a $45,000. That's the one we're using. This one's a $45,000. It's a little bit heavier. And it looks like, if I compare these two, oops, dang it. If I compare these two, it's a pretty small collection area. As far as the collection area, this is about the same size. Maybe a little bit longer, but I don't think so. It looks like I've got a telescoping end on it. The big difference, I think, is going to be found in the tires. This has standard tires, and these have extra, little wider off-roader tire or all-terrain vehicles. I think that's actually off-road. But that looks like it has a telescoping end on it. Now, this is the trailer I was talking about. Now, this can be pulled with, see, this is literally designed for whole trees, effectively. So I'm wondering if how much would this cost to lease? $1,900. So basically $2,000. So there's $2,000 to lease that. Okay. Did I handle stumps also? Yes, it can. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Which is good, because we're going to need it here soon. We will be needing to use the mulcher here pretty soon. Alright, so let's compare that. If we come up here to actual tractors and look under forestry, right there. So we got a couple of options. We have this guy and these two. These two are obviously a paired set. This would cut them up and cut them presumably into. If you guys have never seen one of these are what they actually use. The crane appendage latches onto the trunk. There's a chainsaw at the bottom that slices the trunk out from under it. Then it falls sideways, and it basically cuts it into even sections. How much would this cost to lease? 22,000. Okay. And then this would be for hauling the cut sections, and has the telescoping crane, all that good stuff. It's also self-propelled in its entirety, and this would cost 11,000. So we could actually lease these and make a decent amount. It would save me the trouble of cutting everything by hand, and it also saved me that trouble. Now, I don't know. With a large enough claw, I should be able to start grabbing more than one piece at a time. That would be the other big benefit there. I don't know if there is a... If I look at this, what is this? Okay, same thing. And this is, again, same thing. So what's the difference? This is for transporting tree logs. Yeah. I don't like that the crane's on the back, because then it's right in the way. Not crazy about that. I didn't just select this. I did just select the same exact thing. See, you got a couple different varieties of effectively. These are just kind of heavy duty models, I guess. Oh, I can put tracks on. That's something, I guess. But I don't know if this would be the most effective setup, or if it would be more effective to get to basically lease one of these guys, and then what is this attached to precisely? Is this just a tractor for hauling? Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like. It's just a tracked thing. Huh. Tractors are required to pull trailers and tools. So what precise tool does that guy carry? It's got to be for forestry, right? I have no idea. Is there a pin lock or a pin hitch on that? Well, you couldn't use. I mean, does that thing even have a PTO on it? I didn't see a PTO on it. No, it doesn't. Stay back. I don't know what the heck this is for. It looks like it's designed to hold stuff, but I have no idea. I might have to look up what the. Oh, hold on. That combines with. That would be such overkill for just a stump grinder, or even a brush hog. That's a brush hog. I mean, I guess it's handy in one regard. It won't raise very far, so I can just keep it low to the ground. In that regard, yeah. Coming back to it though, I'm trying to think of what would be the most effective option, because as far as real time that has passed since the end of the last clip, we have passed, I want to say, like a couple hours Well, realistically, it's the next morning. I kept going yesterday until I started getting sleepy. So then I, rather than drive off the cliff or something, decided it'd be more practical for me to take a nap, go into work. Okay, got off of work, of course, and then far earlier than I thought, which was nice. Even though we have a few corporate folks in town, and we're going through a new system, but I'm not going to talk about work here. So, apart from that, we got off at a decent time. I got a decent amount of sleep. As far as actual quality of sleep, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I feel like I didn't sleep at all, but that's pretty normal for me. I don't sleep well. But yeah, coming back to the game, I'm trying to think of what's going to be the most efficient option. I don't think there's any real efficient way to do forestry. And obviously they give you plenty of options because they know that every person's playstyle is going to be a little bit different. So what I'm kind of leaning towards is after, when we finish this cluster, we'll upgrade to the next most expensive trailer claw combination. And once we've experimented with all of the claw combinations, we might lease, because this activity is more or less paying for itself. All we're really effectively doing is clearing the zone, and then we'll be turning it into a properly defined field so the AI workers can, work it. So I'm still debating internally about how I want to do that, but coming up on the target. I haven't cut these into pieces yet, so it looks like I've missed a branch too, for that matter. Alright, and they're more or less lined up, so that'll make life a little bit easier. Okay, wrong button. Need my chainsaw. Oh yeah, I've missed a bunch on this branch, or on this tree. I guess it's also deceptive, it's sitting in the middle of that. Okay, so let's put that here. Move up. Cut here. And here. Here. And I'll leave as far as that's coming. Okay, that's good. Those are pretty even pieces, so alright, let's do it. So let's grab our piece here. Oh, okay. Nope, don't do that. Move me back. Okay. Move that over. Angle my camera a little better. See where I'm grabbing, so let's move here a little bit. Awesome sauce. And over here, rotate, rotate. More or less as closest to the front as I can get it, release that. And it didn't go where I want. So, I'm going to extend that and drop that down. Close that cloth up a little bit. Very good. Lift that up. And can move forward between these two sections. Cool. And actually there's another tip that I can honestly say works pretty well for me. And that is when you're moving logs or loading logs, once you get them more or less where you want them, go ahead and drop your tension straps, because that way it'll hold them in place while you're moving around. It'll also hold them in place while you are, there we go, come on, oh yeah, I'm facing it, so we're looking at it opposite, so everything's opposite. But yeah, hold it in place, and that way you can bring your payload in a little bit more precisely. And I overshot by a scotch. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And it'll go around that. I release. Get the crane out of the way. And then release. Grab again. And we're stabilized. Okay. Next piece goes the other way there. See right there, I just violated my own tip, and it almost got me. So let's actually shift you slightly over to the side. Let it attach to that. Release. Up out of the way. And very good. Next, we have these two. I'm going to go ahead and start the turn here. And among other things, I'm going to start running it over. So it's actually not turned. That log will adjust, and we'll move up next to it where we need to be, as needed. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this piece. Yeah, got lucky on that one. And like I said, guys, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the crane. You notice I still keep doing getting the directions a little bit mixed up from time to time, but it's not terrible. Last big tree trunk section. No, I just did it again. I need to raise that up and get it cleared. Okay. And release. Sweet. So let's latch that on. Cool, so now we're ready to pick up the final piece, or the final trunk. Pull it next to this guy. And this is that small one that or relatively small one, I should say, that we did not get to fall over. I had to actually ram it to get it to fall over properly. But it is relatively short. So, let's go ahead and cut here. And I'll just cut it in half and be done with it. I'm going to try to get it toward the end here, because keep tapping buttons and I don't realize I'm touching them. Okay. And that over. Rotate that. And over where I want to be. And I'm turning a little too much. Oh. I dropped it, but it actually worked out perfectly. I don't think this is actually in a spot that I can reach because I'm going to collide with the tractor. But doing that whole time I was using the actual tractor, that's why my view was a little bit off. Okay. So you're going, I feel like I'm off, and I don't know how. Very good. It would be kind of nice to be able to pick up more than one of these logs at a time, I'm not going to lie. It would make life a little bit easier. Okay. And we're there. Very good. So those are both secured, and that's all she wrote for those trees. So we will combine trips, and I think we are going to go ahead and we will return this leased log carrier crane combo, and we will lease the next most expensive. We'll kind of play the market, or play the field and see what all we like. Although I do really like how this crane handles and all that good stuff, I'm not crazy about its capacity. It can only hold one log at a time, unless they're very, very small in diameter. And obviously it's the weakest crane unit. I can pick up one. If I don't have the support pillars down, it has a tendency to both roll over. It also has a strong tendency to try to tip over if I'm grabbing it any kind of distance away from the trailer. And that has happened where I almost flipped it over when just holding a relatively small piece. It just happened to be thick. So, yeah, we're gonna upgrade to the more expensive equipment. I'd say it's paid for itself. And of course, looking at the farmland and how much we're actually going to have to clear just to make effective fields in that area, we're going to want to do that anyway. So yeah, we're going to take these last two trees, processed semi-successfully at least, and we will go ahead and in the next return trip, we'll grab our equipment, our soon-to-be new equipment. We'll return this, and then we will grab the new equipment and go clear the brush on that section. See, to test out our brush hog here. Not an actual brush hog, it's brush cutter, effectively. Brush hog is nicknamed, locally at least, it's a nickname for a type of mower. So, generally it's just like a big gold-bladed, not a flail, but it's similar for a tractor. But, yeah, so let's get this sold. Been making pretty decent money on the trees, so certainly it's paying for itself to the extent that it can. Alright, let's see what we get, shall we? And for that, we got only $2,500. I feel like the price for lumber dropped through the floor. Let's see if I'm right. Once we save, of course. Oh, very good. Wood. No? Price hasn't changed much. I'm on 0.5 speed, so that makes sense. So it's just the poor quality of the trees itself. Okay, fair enough. But with that, let's go ahead. Should have looked at my map before I just crossed the street. I want to say the shop is here. Yep, that is the shop. Man, my memory is improving. I won't run over the hedge. I run over it when I leave, not when I'm kidding. Okay. So let's flip around here. I'm guessing this is where I take stuff to return. I want this guy. Oh, okay, so I have paint and all that. Actually, does make a difference. Okay. Let's, I'm not repainting a loose, are you kidding me? Return that thing. Yes. Cool. Now let's open up our controls here. We need under trailers, forestry, and we're going to lease, same thing, we're going to lease this guy. I don't know why you offer me a difference in that. That's interesting. Okay, so let's lease this guy. Test out the water, shall we? Right at the back, and notice that the wheels are actually toward the back. That'll help with stability by quite a bit. You also notice, guys, that I've shifted to the third-person camera. That's because I can operate a tractor in first person for obvious reasons, but the turning, I can also turn my head a lot faster than I can turn it in the game and have it still be comfortable. So, deer in town, that's interesting. Yeah, the double wide tires are a little hard on the road signs. I also find it kind of interesting that if I happen to collide with a person, well, a person I just clip right through. A vehicle, I actually stop dead. So, and I can't move them. So, that's an interesting thing. It looks like a little bit more of a substantial crane, to be honest. Certainly I can see that we got telescoping features now, so that's also very nice. It means I can extend further. I don't see my stability. Is that actually a thing? I mean, I see a 1. Okay, I do still have stability wheels, or stability arms. So that's good. That's good indeed. And it seems like those wider tires, you wouldn't think wide tires really make that big of a difference, but they do, because they give you a better, like a wider base to go off of. But we'll come up here, we'll actually drop our trailer attachment and come up here and test out the brush cutter and see if we can't clear this section and prep it for planting. Really shouldn't record if I have nothing to drink. Man, my mouth is dry. You'd think, yeah, I'd think that, but nah, I'm not known for my brain power. People like to tell me different, but I know the truth. But yeah, while we're in transit here, this is obviously a game that hits very close to home. My mom's side of the family are all farmers, and I take great pride in the fact in their farms, and I take great pride in being related to such hard work. And having done some of that hard work, I enjoy it. There's the saying, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell people, but there'd be signs. Yeah, I've told my dad when we were going to get my mower that I use for my lawn care business, I told him, I was like, well, there'd be signs. He's like, what's that? Like what? And I'm like, well, Dad, I'll put it this way. I could spend a lot of money here very happily. Say, oh, yeah, there'd be signs. I'm like, yeah, there would. Let's move forward a little bit. Turn that on. See, that's as low as that. I don't know if that's more than just cosmetic. Guess we're about to find out. Huh. So that's not doing anything. So if I lower that, will it make a difference? That's a little distressing. Doesn't look like it's changing anything at all. It's on. Yeah, it's on. Well, that's a little concerning. Let's turn that off, and let's oh, okay, so there's a function for it. I was just on the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so that's straight up destroys everything. Bushes, a whole lot of it. Okay. Actually, don't lift or lower that. Yeah. I always just work on stumps. Nice. I don't want our field to actually cut too close to the road. It's not like I'm drawing a line for the field, but I guess it'll help me know where my property line is. More or less. That's pretty neat, not gonna lie. Cool. Let's finish getting now that we've cleared the boundary, let's go ahead and clear the bushes and everything else. Bushes and stumps. Definitely making ugly marks, but you know what? Goal right now is clearing, not going for appearance points. I want to say I've cleared fields before, and I never was able to get rid. I remember clearing fields in FS17, and obviously forestry was a thing, but it wasn't a big part of the game. I think we're more or less limited in that version. Yeah, I think we're more or less limited to what you had visible. As far as trees go, you couldn't plant more. I think on this one, I've seen a sapling planting, so you can actually replant the forest and you can replant the forest and take it down. Not truly how it's done. You plant them in rows and then you come down in rows. That is something that didn't do on. I don't think it was this one. I don't think FS meant to. But that is all the clearing of that. And that does serve very nicely as a counterweight, by the way. Okay. So, that was that first patch, and that took us a couple hours to do that. We have 1, 2, 6, 1. It is all one big patch right there. Effectively, in the crook of the thing there. There's this patch here. There's another patch up here. Pull up a map real quick and look at what actually is involved in this segment. We have we just cleared this, so we still have this big section. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could even just say 4 big plots left. So what I'm kind of thinking, guys, is that we will go ahead and take down, as we clear each little section here, we will, depending on how much money we make, we'll upgrade and try out that different equipment. And I'll give progress updates as we're going, especially as we're trying out new equipment. But it's going to be very repetitive and all that good stuff. So, think about how I want to do this. Necessarily, this is a very involved process. So, let's go ahead and grab us our trailer. I guess what, before we end today's episode, we can try out this bad boy. We course, the first thing we're going to have to do is hop out. And actually, so I'm not burning diesel, let's go ahead and stop that engine. Now, as far as this goes, I want to... Oh, I gotta start the engine first. Okay, so this one does not have a separate thing for the crane. Okay, I've got that. That's swinging. I do have the hydraulic ending on that. Ah, I can reach pretty dang far. Technically, I guess. Whoa, yeah, there's that. Put that down. Let's quickly put our support legs down. That'll help with that issue. Alright, let's try that experimentation bit again, shall we? Ah, see, those make a heck of a difference. Yeah, so I can't turn further than that, but I can basically turn all the way to the front of the tractor, and I can't grab in that position. But, yeah. So, although I lose the perspective aspect of that, I don't have a camera angle to show from that anymore. How's our claw? What kind of claw are we looking at? Ooh. I think claw is actually about this. No, it's about doubled, I think. So I could start, yeah, I can certainly grab bigger pieces. And that wider wheelbase, yeah, I think this will work out a little bit better than the other one. But let's go ahead and kill that engine and cut down our trees, a couple of trees real quick, and try this guy out. At least this time I don't have to wonder whether or not I own the dang property. Of course I own the dang property. Cut 2 to start, depending on where they fall. That's a big healthy guy. That is a fascinating graphical thing. I was hoping me standing on it would stop it, and it did. Good deal. So let's cut this guy. Cool. Clear us some branches. Okay, so there's all them. There it is. I guess if we start running into deciduous trees, we're going to have to make a decision about whether or not to, we'll have to go ahead and get at least the one grinder, and maybe just lease the self-propelled and just go from there. Okay, and tip. Thank you. Alright. Well, there's no need to start rolling again. Dang. Start with this guy since he's rolling downhill anyway. So we fair-sized sections. Chainsaw again. It will be very nice when I don't have to cut it myself anymore, but in the meantime, it is very satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. We'll go with fairly large sections, that way I can fit more on the trailer. So about, yeah, about here. Very good. I'll leave the rest as one log. Alright. So, let's test this bad boy out, shall we? Open that up a little more. Right off the bat, the handle's a little bit easier. Definitely like being able to raise up and have a little bit more control about where I'm moving the log precisely. Okay, bring it in, down, not in. Release, and fell down. It did fall down. Fall down. Okay, so let's turn. Oh. Yeah, the perspective's a little weird. Oh, didn't grab success. Okay. Okay. Something's not right here. There we go. Very good. Now release. There we go. Well, I can certainly reach into tighter spaces with this one than I could with the other. So I like that. But while I'm clearing this next section, I'm going to go ahead and end it for today's episode, guys. So, this is mostly a planning episode more than anything else. But with that being said, thank you very, very much for joining me for today's episode. Welcome to the new series for Farming Simulator 22. And with that being said, guys, if I can manage to grab the freaking log, thank you. That is going to be it for today's episode. So, thank you once again, everybody, for joining me for today's episode. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like on the video. Feedback is always appreciated, and I love to hear from you guys, even if I'm not the most timely about actually responding or getting content out, which I try. Life gets in the way, guys. That happens for YouTubers just like it happens for everybody else. But with that being said, thank you once again, everybody, for joining me for today's episode. If you like the video and you want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe or consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, be sure to also hit that bell notification button. That way you can be notified when new videos are posted. Presently, I am trying to get recordings made for the year, and this is one of those many recordings that I will be doing. and I will be releasing videos at least twice a week for the rest of the year, and or twice a week, I should say, for the rest of the year. So again, thank you everybody for joining me for today's episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.